the sword.
What if we're wrong?
The sword will never be yours.
What if this is the end?
It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test.
You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again.
You're being tested.
You don't know.
It's just their game for you.
You never know which way it's going to go.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with the sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong. I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin, he was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
You want to see what the mask sees?
No, I want you to see what the mask sees.
Stay
back, don't touch it.
You're curious. Where are we?
What is this?
It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter.
It's nice. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. It's safe here. It's calm here. It's light here. It's nice.
The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
What happened?
The bridge is fixed.
Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
it.
You can feel it.
You need the runes to fight Dillian.
You need Dillian.
He's waiting for you.
Open the gate.
She can't.
Open the gate.
It's locked.
Try harder.
She can't. The gate. She can't. She can't. She will. She'll find a way. She wants me to. Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
You broke it. You killed me.
I couldn't see the darkness within you.
Kill the things that are most precious to you.
You had that loved you.
You squashed it, strangled it, flattened it.
The curse cannot linger.
Dillian.
There he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go through it.
Before he disappears.
Dillian, don't leave.
Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
the dark.
The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
She wants to
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Do you remember what love feels
The
like?
gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young.
Not
Oh
in this.
dear.
You can't. Do you remember what love feels like? Do you remember the smell of his neck? You are guilty. Was it worth it?
Dillian's in the tower.
He's there.
Dillian's in the tower.
He's there. Senua. You've got it.
Dillian saved
Why
her.
isn't he here? You owe your life to
He's
Dillian.
gone.
He's in the dark
You
world.
owe
He's
everything
going to the
him.
dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you.
Nobody will love her.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the things she loves. She destroys them. There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there. He's up there. There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. She finds up there.
She thought she had light within her.
She is pure darkness.
Loki makes a dot out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapons.
You killed him with your
Loki
love because he
replies,
believed in you.
Here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
She should have listened to her father.
Why didn't she listen to her father?
She thought she could defy her father.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel? The curse.
And now the darkness is swallowing you both.
You have no chance for love now.
Nobody will love you again.
Ever again.
You killed.
Dillian doesn't know who killed him, but we do.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it.
Your curse.
She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
You should have listened to your father when you had the chance.
I didn't listen to him.
This love has tortured you and it tortures me.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go. She was caught between two worlds.
She is pure.
That of Zindel and her past. And Dillian. A future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
Look what happens to the things you love.
didn't she listen to her father?
She thought she could defy her father. Dillian undoes the curse.
What does it feel like to feel a love so strong? What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute? What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she
They mean nothing.
being special.
It's a waste of time.
Could all be a waste of her time.
The gods are just
Playing,
What if the gods are laughing at her?
messing with her.
It wouldn't be
this. Be the first time.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder! Weep him out of Hell! And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in a cave.
Dillian.
Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Dillian saved you.
Dillian cared for her like no one else has.
Dillian's the only reason she's still alive. Remember Dillian?
What do you remember?
Do you remember the sound of his voice?
Do you remember the way he looked? Everything has broken.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
You have no chance, Father.
Nobody will love you again.
Ever again.
Your curse has claimed Dillian.
Poor Dillian. He didn't know. He was kind. Wasting your time.
You have no time for this. Speed up.
These rooms mean nothing. It's all part of their game.
They've set you trials to distract you.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing?
You're laughing at them.
What if they take you closer to Dillian?
You're letting this get in the way.
What if they are just...
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Balder's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
He cared in a way that nobody else did.
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work? You keep seeing
Rooms, you see rooms everywhere.
everywhere. What if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense? The gods were lying.
You think it makes sense, but really are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in worlds.
But it doesn't mean it.
You can't read this language, you don't understand.
Sinbel was right.
You're wasting time.
You're cursed.
No!
Quicker. Dillian!
Be quick.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see,
Very careful.
and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, glad to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel. You're going to fall, careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua. There he is. Be careful. That's it. With your girl.
Quicker. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to the... Just gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy.
They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore.
They're going to take everything you have.
The memories of ghosts.
They belong to the gods, not to you.
They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul.
They want to crush it.
They think they want your body, they want your soul.
They want your mind, and they're going to take it.
The memories were yours, but they're the gods now.
Nothing is yours anymore.
say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I? I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me?
Dillian.
I'm right here. Can't you see me?
No. Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
A breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I can't go on. Dillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream. Follow my voice.
So sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. You proved that to me in the warrior trials. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you're not going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end?
There is a house. There's a waterfall. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Dillian, there's something in here.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
There's more of them. I think they're moving.
You're breathing too fast.
I'm scared.
Listen to the sound of your breath. In and out. In and out. It will pass. You can do this, Senua.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks of death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Delia. Help me.
Come to me, Senua.
Delia. Is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
Memory trials.
Go get the sword. You have to get the light.
With GRAMR reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillion was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met. Waiting for you by the tree.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
It's not safe.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
But years later, with Zinbel's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. A plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us! You have blood on your hands!
They're coming for you now. They're coming. They're coming to get you.
Hold it. Unleash the sword.
Must remember, she can focus. It's